supposed to be down here.
Well, okay.
Alright. Welcome back. This is Whiskey Helps. I'm Larry. And again, this is clearly not John. No matter how drunk I get, it still doesn't look like John.
Way more pretty.
Yeah. This is Lincoln, in case you didn't catch the last episode or one of the other episodes that we did. This is Lincoln. I'm Larry. And as usual, let's drink.
Fucking interns.
Yeah, God, it's like the past 4 episodes we've not had our intern. Which we call him our intern, but he's just an intern because he's unpaid. He just comes out and helps and does a lot of the stuff. So.
But he's sick.
Yeah. He says sick. Whatever. So on this episode, we've got something that I've not heard of, not had, nothing. The only reason I bought it was because the bottle, as you can tell, looks a lot like Jack Daniels. Which I can understand why, because it's Tennessee Sour Mash. So it's, Tennessee, whatever, But as much as it says Tennessee, it is bottled by Lonehand Whiskey in Houston, Texas.
Lonehand, Lone Star, makes sense.
It's distilled and aged in Tennessee, so that's why they call it the Tennessee Sour Mash.
So the company that owns it is out of Houston, Texas.
Correct. But the company that, I guess produces it before it's, bottled is here in Tennessee. Not really sure what's going on with that.
Put your phone out of your pocket so the Bluetooth doesn't get interrupted.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So this is that. It is Lonehand, ranch crafted, Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey, 80 proof. And it has a little slogan at the bottom that says, "It ain't about losing, the winning, or the draw." It ain't about the losing, the winning, or the draw. The fuck is it about?
The whiskey.
If you're not winning, if you're not first, you're last.
Calm down, Ricky Bobby.
Well, filtered through sugar maple charcoal using the time-honored Lincoln country process. It does say Lincoln.
That's county. That's county.
Lincoln County, whatever. Process, aged in charred white oak barrels, bottled with pride for those deemed worthy.
Are we deemed worthy?
Alright, first off, before we even crack this top, they are saying a lot. They are trying to overdo this by a lot. You're stating a lot before anybody's drank it. And I've never heard of it. Nothing. I'm assuming that this just should.
Is it wax too?
No, it's.
It's just plastic.
Yeah.
Hold the plastic while you twist.
No, it's not. It's not got the cut. So we're gonna have to go to the old handy dandy knife. Come on, pull out game. Wait, bro.
I got kids.
So we will do this ourselves. So far, I'm not enjoying this top. It doesn't have the serration to open it.
Perforation, not serration.
Whatever, perforation, serration.
This isn't just
segregation.
Calm down. John's not here.
So, it's a lot different of an aroma, but there's still that whiskey, the whiskey scent, but there's something else there that I've not smelled.
Sour mash.
I've had sour mash before, but that just doesn't come. That's a new scent to me.
It's got that like a skunk taste to it, like a beer that's skunked. That's what it smells like. But it's not super strong either.
We're gonna do the part that I least enjoy, which is straight out of the bottle.
It's fucking cold.
I know.
It's not that bad.
As you can tell, it is very cold. This one's been sitting in the freezer for a while.
Just so you guys know, at the end of the episode, we will try it warm because it's like 90 degrees out here.
Yeah. So this
86.
This is not going to last very long as cold. So we're gonna get to the cold first.
That makes me nervous. I'm not a huge.
It was like a double hitter.
It's super milky looking, like It's not like a Jameson or
It's very
the tin
cloudy.
cup. It's very cloudy.
Yeah. It's
Like
not-
even Jack isn't that cloudy. I know you guys can't really see it, but it is super cloudy inside.
It's not. Oh,
It's not bad. Kind of sweet. It's not as dark. I wonder if it's because they use white oak instead of just normal oak.
I don't know.
But it is definitely different than a Jack. It's not as harsh. Also, it's super fucking cold.
I want to know more about it because, like,
Look it up.
Lonehand is new to me. I've never
heard of it either. That's saying a lot because I try a whole bunch of different whiskeys. But that is just odd. I get it. It just looks odd. Like the color of it. It's a caramel, but it's a super light and milky, like caramel. Kind of like the tin cup, but more cloudy. You can't really even see through it.
Sour mash is a process used in the distilling industry that uses material from an older batch of mash to start the fermentation of a new batch. To the making of sourdough bread with a starter. The term can also be used as the name of the type of mash used in the process, and a bourbon made using the process can be referred to as a sour mash bourbon. Sour mash does not refer to the flavor of the bourbon. So that was the first thing that came up when I went to...
Also, this is apparently established in 1983, according to the bottle.
So, Lonehand Whiskey, USA breaking news. This has to do with Tennessee or Jack Daniels going like taking him to court over this.
Over the bottle? Or were they going to...
Heaven Hill is hitting Bob Dylan's whiskey brand with a lawsuit for trademark infringement. Heaven Hill, the Kentucky-based bourbon and distilled spirits manufacturer, is suing Chicago. Hey,
I heard some people in the back. Turning wrongs into rights. You should have read that one. It's a lot better.
I didn't even see that.
That's a John statement right there. True solidarity and strength. Like it's not bad. But it definitely does have more of a bite to it than I enjoy.
Basically, what I'm getting out of this is that they're using too much of the Jack Daniels
Branding.
and the people who own Jack Daniels are getting a little upset about it and are attempting to sue them. Which, I mean, I completely understand. I mean,
You know what this tastes like? I don't know if you can put this on there, but it tastes like a friend of ours who used to make moonshine when he tried his taking oak chunks and charring them and then dropping them into moonshine for his worst tasting batches to char them up and make them darker. That's what it reminds me of. You had some of that, didn't you?
oh yeah.
But taste it again, and think about that person and that whiskey. That's exactly what it tastes like. Which wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, it's not a terrible whiskey. But that's what it reminds me of, is that really crappy homemade moonshine before you have your perfected batch and perfecting distilling process.
I'll agree with that.
And that's exactly what it reminds me of. Which, not bad, but how much was this bottle?
This one was the cheapest. It was
If it's
like
over,
18.
like, yeah, I was going to say, if it's over 20, it's not worth it.
No, I completely agree.
But it's definitely a knockoff Jack. Like, you can definitely see between the bottle, the color, and the taste that they were trying to go with Jack Daniels branding, but it didn't work. Lonehand, it just didn't work, man. You need to change it up a little bit, do something a little bit different. That's rough.
So this isn't very surprising to me,
How
but
new
I
is it?
cannot find anything.
Ooh, that's scary.
There's a lot of things of like the bottle and like the pricing or them having issues with Jack
Look
Daniels.
up.
Jack Daniels sues inferior Lonehand whiskey maker.
U.S. Badlands, because that's also on the bottle label here. It says US.
Well, I googled Lonehand whiskey wiki, and it's...
Look up Badlands wiki.
We'll try that, but... We all know what Jack Daniels looks like, but... That is very close.
But see, our bottle doesn't look like that. Look how much more cloudy it is than Jack Daniels.
Oh yeah, it's colder. It's gonna...
That might be it. It might just be because it's colder.
So you guys might be able to see it. I don't know, but I'll put up an image of like Jack Daniels, Lonehand. These are very close in bottle, and to add it, when I found this bottle, it was sitting next to the Jack Daniels on the shelf.
So it's one of those you could just walk by and go, oh, square bottle. Throw it in my thing, and then we
If
get
you
home.
weren't paying attention, you could grab that and mistake it for Jack Daniels.
Yeah, if you were in a hurry. But it's just, it's close to Jack Daniels, but it's like...
There's subtle differences that you could get away with in court, but...
It is. If any of you guys that smoke cigarettes ever smoked Marlboro, and then smoked an L&M, and then smoked the $1 a pack. That's what it reminds me of, is the $1 pack. U.S.
band.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of awesome things that come from Texas, but, like, come on, guys. This is ridiculous. Wonder where it's aged at and distilled at in Tennessee.
I don't know. There's a lot about it that I'm not fully understanding how they're getting away with.
That's what it is. It's the Wish version of Tennessee whiskey. It's the the Facebook thing where you get on Wish. That's what this reminds me of. For a whiskey though.
So I'm actually 100% not finding anything about this company or anything about the liquor at all. Like, there's nothing. Badlands Distillery.
We have to save some of this and let John try it next to Jack Daniels, like blind taste test him.
That's right. Yeah.
Pour like a half a shot of each. Let him try them back to back, and then let him point out which one's Jack Daniels.
So as somebody who is as people who are avid drinkers, if I don't know anything about the liquor, the whiskey, whatever I'm drinking, I'm probably gonna Google it. I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna try to figure out something about it. Figure out what those flavors are that I'm getting. And if I can't find it, I'm not gonna buy it again.
It's scary.
Yeah. I understand it's not bad because I got it from a liquor store. I didn't get it from a random person. I didn't go to a random distillery.
It's growing on me though, like the third or fourth one in. It's not bad.
Maybe, but so far there's not been any of it that I've enjoyed. To me, it's worse than Jack, and I'm not big on Jack. I love Jack. I love Jack. Don't get me wrong. Love Tennessee. Love Jack Daniels. And I really thought that this Tennessee whiskey was going to be good because even Dickel's is good.
Questionable.
I mean, some of theirs is questionable, yeah, but
what's bad
far
is
as
I know a couple people that actually work really close with Dickel. The boat dock I used to work at had a contract with Dickel but anyway, Dickel's
comparatively,
not bad.
This is one of the worst whiskeys that I've had. One, I can't find anything about it online. Two, I'm an avid on bottle. If you cannot come up with your own signature bottle and you've got to pull it from another company, you're just not doing well. You're fucking up.
I disagree on that.
No, they're trying to jump on the train of Jack Daniels by their bottle.
I did find something on it. Lonehand Whiskey is a total wine spirit select brand, possibly sourced from George Dickel, who is owned by Diego, which is produced by Cascade Hollow in Tennessee, or produced in Cascade Hollow in Tennessee.
I mean, I'm putting the top on. Don't freak the fuck out. I'm just doing it so I don't spill it. See, my issues with it.
Okay, yeah, I can get that.
Is it says distilled and aged in Tennessee, and then bottled in Houston, Texas.
Alright.
I've been in Tennessee for a long time. I've never heard of this. I've heard of George Dickel's. I've
Mind
heard
you,
of Jack, but
we are from East Tennessee. We don't travel much to Middle and East or West Tennessee for particular reasons. But listen to this. Color is amber. The nose, like when you smell it, is corn and sweet. Is what this reviewer is saying. But the palate, the taste of it, doesn't have much of a burn, which you have to agree with. It's not terrible. It's got a short finish, which means it ends really quickly.
Yeah.
It's got a thin mouthfeel. It feels really thin in your mouth, but you can taste corn with a hint of caramel and maple. That's the sweetness in it. Take another drink of it and tell me if that's not close or correct. And according to this, you can get it for around $13 for a fifth. According to this person online on Reddit.
I mean, pretty much what he read about the review of this was spot on. That burn doesn't last long, and some of those flavors are definitely there. I definitely taste that corn mash. The maple, is that what you said?
Yeah, maple is the sweetness to it.
I'm not getting any sweet out of this at all.
Let it sit for a minute. Let it take a
True
drink.
solidarity and strength. First off, solidarity. No. You're stealing Jack Daniels shit.
And doing it terribly. I'm all for if you can take somebody's shit and make it better, make it your own. Don't do it worse. That's terrible. I feel like John right now. I'm super angry at that whiskey for no fucking reason.
Like, I'm so upset with it that I want to throw it. I want to wait. No, the reason that I'm not going to, the reason that we're not going to, at least this episode, is because I want John to try this. Because they've stolen so much from Jack.
I feel like it's close enough to Jack Daniels that John, not being a super avid whiskey drinker, he prefers beer. I don't care what he says. His go-to drink is a beer, not a whiskey, whereas mine is a whiskey. If you set this in front of him and we're like, here's a shot, tell me which one's Jack Daniels, he wouldn't be able to tell the difference. He might say this one tastes different, but it's still Jack. He would probably think that Jack Daniels is a higher grade of Jack and that this is just normal Jack, number 7.
Yeah, he'd probably say that the one is Gentleman Jack and this one is Jack.
Right, I feel like that's how he would do it, and I hate to talk about another person in this episode and tell you exactly what he's going to do, but...
No,
I will almost guarantee it.
And we got to do this episode. I'm going to go out and get a bottle of Jack. We're going to do a blind taste test with the Lonehand versus Jack. Straight Jack. We're going to see if John can figure out which is which, because out of all of us, he is definitely a bigger Jack drinker than us.
Yeah, like, I enjoy Jack, don't get me wrong. My 21st birthday, I drank an entire fifth of Gentleman's Jack, but also, I don't remember much of that night, 21st birthday. But at the same time, I'm not a huge Jack fan. I don't like the smokiness of it. I don't like the harsh bite. I'm not a huge darker whiskey fan. I'm a light whiskey guy, as you've probably heard me say about 20 times in previous episodes. But I feel like this would mix really well with I know you've got Dr. Pepper over there, but I feel like a Coke or just a normal cola, when you try it with Sam's Cola. A knockoff cola. I feel like it would go really well.
I really wish I had Sam's Cola because we could go get it. I'd definitely do it.
Like, I feel like that, like if you paired this with a knockoff cola and then a Jack Daniels and a normal Coca-Cola, it would be hard to tell the difference.
I'm saying, I had high hopes for this and Tin Cup. Those are the two that I bought. In the last episode I said I bought 2 different whiskeys. I bought Tin Cup and I bought something else. This was the other one that I bought. And I had high hopes for both of them. One, I'd heard so much good reviews on Tin Cup, and Tin Cup fucking earned those reviews. Tin Cup is fantastic whiskey. It is soared to the top of my list. And me and Lincoln talked about this before we started filming this one, and he loved Tin Cup too. And
I wouldn't say love.
It's in your top 5, isn't it?
It's brand-wise, like instead of going by individual whiskey, it goes Jameson, probably Crown, and then Tin Cup. Tin Cup and Crown are pretty much tied, but also I don't drink normal Crown Royal. I drink their higher aged brands or more smooth brands.
See, me and you we're pretty much spot on with it. Like, Tin Cup is number 3 on mine too. But that's because I got Jameson and then I've got Powers Irish Whiskey. Powers Irish Whiskey is definitely an episode we're gonna do later on.
Remember. if I like that or not. So I'm pretty sure the night
I don't
that happened
remember
is the night I
much,
punched
but
the
I,
car window.
I
Or was that Bushmills?
think it was Bushmills.
That was a fun night.
No, the Powers Whiskey was the Hunch Punch night. The night that the hot dog throwing.
Oh, hot dog throwing night.
We'll get into that when we do the Powers.
No,
the
we're
Powers
gonna
Whiskey.
Into the episode, we're gonna get into that.
But
there was almost a fight between like 4 of us over somebody throwing a hot dog.
it was hot dogs. There was multiple, but whatever. We'll get to that later.
It was 2 hot dogs.
But Powers Whiskey is my number 2, and Tin Cup is now my number 3, which says a lot because I've had a lot of different liquors, but Tin Cup is definitely top. This I had a lot of high hopes for because I've had a lot of Kentucky whiskeys or a lot of Kentucky bourbons, and I was expecting a lot from a Tennessee because Tennessee is fucking good. Like they have great grounds on Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels is phenomenal whiskey. And I was expecting another Tennessee to be great. And if you're gonna take the bottle, the color, and everything from another whiskey that's been doing great for years, and you're gonna run that Tennessee on your bottle, I expect you to be fucking good. I expect you to run parallel to the bottle the bottle that you are twinning.
I
Whatever.
disagree with that because it's hard to beat Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels has such a unique taste to it that it's hard to beat. But if you're going to steal their bottle shape, which is hard to copyright a bottle shape,
Yeah.
you need to be either completely different or just the same. By the way, we have a guest coming in now. Do you want him to try it?
Oh, Tony, how often have you had Jack?
Not quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, camera. Come stand behind us.
Yeah, come take a seat.
This is a Tennessee whiskey, by the way, a sour mash. Take a drink. How close to Jack?
After you try this, we're gonna talk about it. Go ahead. Here.
This is Tony Two Fingers, by the way, everybody.
Which the same liquor store that I bought this stuff. You can go ahead and try that. The same liquor store that I bought this from sell a tequila called Two Fingers. So I bought him that.
How close to Jack is that?
We're
Pretty
gonna
close.
You do what?
Pretty close.
So he says it's pretty close.
We can't find anything online about it.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
We've not
Other than
found
Jack Daniels
nothing.
suing them for the bottle
Yeah.
and the taste.
Well, fair enough.
Everything about this Jack Daniels is suing him about.
Yeah. If you were walking through a liquor store and you've seen this bottle, which you guys can see it, it's a black label on a square bottle.
I really wish
Grab
I
it.
had a Jack Daniels bottle though.
It looks like a Jack Daniels bottle.
There's nothing about that doesn't scream Jack Daniels.
It's a little off, which is probably where they got legal purposes, but it's extremely close.
I mean,
Is it good? Would you drink that over any other whiskey?
No.
Would you go out and buy that?
How much was it?
It's like $18, $19.
About the same price as Jack.
Yeah,
I'd buy Jack over it.
Exactly. That's the problem. If they lowered their price point, which according to online, I found some places sell it for $13 to $14 a fifth. I could understand that. That's for the Jack drinker that doesn't want to drink Jack because of price point.
So this is going to be the real test for me. Because Jack Daniels, Jack and Coke, one of the most popular drinks in Tennessee. Probably one of the most popular drinks around in the United States. Period. That's going to be with the Tin Cup. I'm going to do the Lonehand with Dr. Pepper. Granted, I don't have Coke, and it's usually Jack and Coke, but this isn't fucking Jack. This is an off-brand, fucking bottom shelf version of Jack Daniels. And I'm going to do it with Dr. Pepper because it's
New mod.
not going to do the both.
Oh, that's an RTA.
Yeah, I popped the ball.
Sorry. Oops. Sorry.
So we're going to try this, and we're going to see how it fares up against Jack and Coke. Because I've had Jack and Coke many of times. I can remember that and compare it to this. And I'm sure my other people here can too. So
I'm trying Lonehand and Monster with no ice cubes. With a warm Monster and a cold Jack. Or Lonehand.
I'm going to say that Lonehand and Dr. Pepper is better than Jack and Dr. Pepper. I've had Jack and Dr. Pepper. This is better than Jack and Dr. Pepper.
I poured heavy on the Monster just because I'm not a huge fan of Lonehand, but it still comes through super strong with its caramel taste. You can definitely taste the caramel a lot more in that.
It smells better. Like I can smell the Monster and like smell the difference.
Same
Because
thing.
Monster doesn't like makes
The
it.
caramel comes through a whole lot more with the Dr. Pepper. You don't get a lot of the whiskey bites, you can taste a lot more of the caramel.
This is better than the tin cup in Monster.
Yeah, I will give it that. The tin cup of Monster was not very good.
So you've had Jack and Coke. Try that. This is Dr. Pepper and
I've had Dr. Pepper
like
Jack.
bottom shelf Jack.
Yeah, that's it's a bottom shelf Jack for the
not
same
bad.
price.
It's really not. So like we've done a lot of hate on this because, well, you know, fuck you. You tried to market your Tennessee whiskey after Jack Daniels. I can understand. It's Tennessee.
It's not,
Try to hold true
It's
to
not
those
crazy,
roots.
yeah.
no, it's not crazy, but it is better than the tin cup of Monster. I will give it that. 'Cause
But
the
tin cup by itself was fucking great. I like I said, like we both said, tin cup for our first time having it soared to number 3 on our list. Both of our lists.
The only reason it wasn't more is because I've had Crown Royal, the higher brand. Like Crown Royal by itself is pretty good. Also, here's a good idea for an episode: is mixed shots, like the Four Horsemen, which is better.
No, fuck.
The Four Horsemen with Johnny Walker, Jack, and Crown, or the knockoff version, which would be like Lonehand, a cheap Scotch. We need to do that, like a mixed drink or mixed shot episode. Like that would be really good.
Well,
by the way-
that one we could call whiskey doesn't help. Because there's no point of mixing your whiskeys and it help.
Wrong.
Like they're fucking. There's never been a time that I've had Four Horsemen or the Three Wise Men or anything like that where I've just been like. Yeah. All right. So
This is the Lonehand. Once again, I give it like a 3 to a 4. That's the best whiskey.
I'm gonna completely agree. 3 to a 4. I'm more solid on the 3. More because of the fact that you don't have your own bottle. If you had your own bottle, maybe a 5. But because you ran down that rabbit hole towards Jack, I'm gonna give you a 3.
I'm gonna go with a 4. Just overall flavor and everything, mixing ability, it's decent. Bottle, yeah, I think I'm looking at a bottle of Jack. Literally, I'm sitting back here looking at the back of it, and it's a bottle of Jack to me.
I completely agree. Your mixing ability with Lonehand is not bad. If that's what you're looking for in a whiskey, Lonehand is where to go. It mixed well with Monster, Dr. Pepper, and the Cherry Coke. So mixing ability is definitely where it needs to be. Overall presentation, it definitely needs to step its game up. There are definitely a lot better bottles out there. Tin Cup has definitely been our favorite.
Yeah.
But you guys got anything else to say?
Nope.
Step your game up, Lonehand. That's it. Just change your bottle
100%.
or change your label. One to the two.
Like we
Make it
said
not
in
look
previous
like that.
episodes, if there's a whiskey you want us to try, go ahead and throw it down in the comments below. If you love this, give it a like. And what did we talk about before? It was like a certain amount of likes that we needed to get.
10 likes, and we will do a vape review of mods, coils, and juice that we all currently own or vape in our favorites. 10 likes, and we'll do that.
And Bahala, come on to the show, bro. You come do an episode with us. We do a mix between your shit and our shit, and we'll do a review of all of it. Or we'll just drink some whiskey and do a review on your shit. But in case you guys were wondering, we talk about CBD. So he does CBD, we do whiskey. We're gonna throw it all together. Get him onto a show, do it all together. Get a few people. Maybe we'll do like a big round table. Like
Big
a few
round
people. Yeah. Yeah. But this has been Whiskey Helps. I'm Larry. He's not John.
I'm Tony.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Sayonara.